has this led to. 1 in 3 women have had an abortion. 1 in 3 women have an STD. 90% of women have been on contraceptives at one point in their life. Women are on antidepressants more than ever before.
Was that rehearsed?
Promiscuity.
Today's video is about a professional grifter. Okay, I'm sure by now most people probably heard of this professional grifter, and it is JustPearlyThings. Okay, how she destroyed her reputation. Her reputation is straight cheeks now. Okay, straight butt cheeks. She's such a loser. She tried to jump into the red pill space, talking all kinds of craziness to women. Lost that, got demonetized. Now she's jumping into I want to talk the racist talking points. I'm going to be a white supremacist now. She's jumped into the next grift. You know, let's see what our boy here, Lou Extras, got to say. Thanks, Lou Extra, for your.
There are many ways to make money on the internet today, and one of them is selling people what they want to hear. Whether it's racism, radical right-wing views, or anything in between, something many influencers in today's era have realized is that if there's a market for it, there will be some grifter cynically trying to make cash off it. And at the moment, there are a few of these figures who yield such visceral reactions from the public as Hannah Pearl Davis, best known as JustPearlyThings. For years now, she's been aspiring to become a traditional wife and uphold what she sees as good moral value.
But nobody wants you.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Because you're a grifter and a liar. And you're kind of ugly. I'm sorry.
What makes you marriageable?
Nothing.
Nothing. So nothing makes you marriageable?
No. I mean, I have no debt, no tattoos. I wish I was a little younger, but yeah. No debt, no tattoos.
No debt, no tattoos?
I mean, I'm a nice person. I can cook. I'd be a good mom.
Along the way, she's become incredibly effective at infuriating people of all kinds, somehow gaining the adoration of her fans in the process.
You can see what her opinions are. She thinks women shouldn't vote, women shouldn't have the right to divorce. She thinks that women shouldn't be able to
Oh my God, she sucks.
work. She says these crazy things about Hitler. But there's no rational. Please don't interrupt.
But for every person that aligns
Talk about based. What is women should vote? This, that,
with reviews, there's just as many who view this pick me as a skip me, who really has no business trying to talk down on other women or try to tell them how to run their lives. Because when it comes down to it, she can't even live up to her own standards or defend her wild statements when put under the slightest pressure.
If you don't want the right to vote, if you want to be a trad wife, like, fine, don't vote. Go get married. Where's your husband? Where are your children? Shouldn't you be in the kitchen barefoot? Get off Twitter. Get off Twitter.
It's your boy Luesta, and this is why everyone hates JustPearlyThings. But first, a little background on how she got to be one of the most despised women on the internet. Born into a wealthy family, Pearly grew up in a 10-bedroom house in Chicago with 9 siblings. Her father Dan and her mother Jennifer were on the board of directors for UN Women USA to support
her parents were
or gender equality. It's funny in a way. From a certain ideological standpoint, they would say that her mom was a key to the advancement of society. And since then, her daughter has gone out of her way to try and undo all the hard work. In terms of her own rise, it came around in 2020 when she gained her initial fame through doing breakup quizzes on TikTok. In short order, these became a massive hit on the dating sphere and made Pearl Davis a hot commodity on the app.
Next up on the You Cheated on Me quiz, we have Marcus.
In an interview with Yahoo about this phenomenon, Pearl explained that her own lack of experience in the dating realm meant that the content was fan-driven, stating, "I actually have not had a boyfriend that was serious enough for me to send it to, hence why I had my followers take it. The only long-term relationship I can think of is a guy I talked to for a couple of years in college. I don't think he will take it." And when asked about how she moderated the content, Davis exhibited early signs of the pick-me Puritan she'd become. "I try to post appropriate ones. I know there are kids on this app, so the bigger I get, the more I try to keep it PG. But above all, she was candid about her ambitions with social media, and that she was intent on making it into a career. I have not figured out the details yet," she revealed, "but the goal is definitely to make it a business. Ultimately, a lone concept like..."
It's unfortunate that it turned into grifting on YouTube is the way that I'll make money, or grifting on social media.
Breakup quizzes will only take you so far, but what never fails to pay the bills in today's current climate is outrage. So when she couldn't sustain a buzz from her original viral concept, she bizarrely segued into arguing that females are essentially the root of all evil, and at one stage, she was inescapable. In May 2022, Pearl began to roll out the anti-feminist persona that saw her dubbed the female Andrew Tate by various publications. From the outset, she did what other grifters did before her and led with the most wild takes possible to amass headlines.
A lot of people think I'm insane because I don't think women should vote. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for this opinion. If anything, this is probably my most extreme opinion. And I would like to tell you how I came to this conclusion. So what happened was I wanted to know why men were so angry about women. Why are there all these complaints about women? And when I started researching the stuff, it was pretty.
It's a lot of complaints from a lot of incels, a lot of loser men who, because they're too lazy to work on themselves and become better and become great, they blame women and see that they're the problem. But in reality, I mean, everybody's kind of a problem, but mostly it's that man is the problem.
Easy.
You're just a loser, sir.
To figure out why. 90% of women have been on birth control. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women has an STD. The average body count is over 5, so that your average wife has slept with over 5 people. 95% of women are not virgins on their wedding days. Now I understand, okay.
Grown men will try to convince me that I'm oppressed. I've gotten good at everything I've set my mind to. My life is easier because I'm a woman. I never had been paid less than a man. Women that complain about this are lazy and entitled. As people began to catch wind of it, Pearl's decision to do this while the so-called red pilled movement was still at full swing meant that her YouTube subscribers leapt from 25,000 to more than 500,000 in 6 months. And whenever there was a mic placed in front of her, she leaned into the gimmick as much as she could.
How is women having more partners working in society? What outcomes has this led to? 1 in 3 women have had an abortion. 1 in 3 women have an STD. 90% of women have been on contraceptives at one point in their
Look at the background. She's like, I've heard all this so many times.
Placed in front of her, she leaned into the gimmick as much as she could.
How is women having more partners working in society? What outcomes has this led to? 1 in 3 women have had an abortion. 1 in 3 women have an STD. 90% of women have been on contraceptives at one point in their life. Women are on antidepressants more than ever before.
Was that rehearsed?
Promiscuity
Bro said that same bullshit so many fucking times that she
magnifying on just women.
So, well, why can't we have a conversation about women without saying but men? Like, we're just talking about the women now, so we can come back to the men later. I'm not saying men are perfect, but I'm saying, like, if we're so happy and promiscuity leads to great things, why is it when our body counts go up, we have more STDs, more abortions, we're on antidepressants, more, like, it's not good.
Where her content was once lighthearted in nature and focused on other people's problems, she now dedicated her online persona to critiquing her own gender.
If you're in your 30s, women in their 20s are more attractive.
Women's sports don't tend to make money. If they do tend to make money, it tends to be they're monetizing sexuality in some way.
They've done smell tests, and men literally can pick up the smell of younger women, that it is more attractive because they are more fertile.
I don't think men or women are equal.
I mean, we're still animals, so maybe.
Until we do the equal work. Go apply to be on the oil rigs, go be a plumber, go be an electrician, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights.
That's why we have the body positivity movement. Being overweight, that's an L. But just take it, just eat it. Being a single mother, that's an L.
By and large, women do not deserve more money because they do not make what the men make. And it becomes a political issue where we want more money for less work, and I can't stand it.
Why do women always try to rationalize L's? All you have to do as a chick is just take the L.
Which really, by and large, I don't know 5 female footballers. Most people couldn't list you 5 female footballers.
Guys, why can't we just take the L?
Ladies, if you want people to watch, be more entertaining.
In the process of
She's actually insufferable, man. She's
trying to embed herself into the anti-woke space, Pearl even went as far as to try to decry her own mother's achievements in the world.
You know, I grew up in a family business too, so my dad hired people all the time. Like, he had over 200 employees.
Wasn't your mom the president? Was she the leader of the company?
What was you're researching my family now, huh?
Well, that's all public.
No, my mom, I mean, I don't know what they titled it. Like, I don't
Your
think
mom
really
was the president, I believe, but
yeah,
based on the interview
I mean, they might have titled it one thing or another. My mom did more of the the marketing sales side. My dad did the engineering and the software. I think they wanted to get some grant. So I think like they might have had her, they did that to get some grant from the government or something. I don't remember, but.
You better watch what you're talking about there.
And this, yeah, is that a crime?
Yeah, stupid.
Shouldn't say that.
Dumbass. Yeah, dummy.
Might not like that.
Pearl did everything to avoid calling her mom a boss chick, to the point of implicating her mom in a crime. Understandably, people struggle to understand where this venomous rhetoric was coming from. And in the eyes of some people...
That's just to be clear. Just because your name is president on some paperwork doesn't mean anything. I'm a boss because I'm a president. I can become a president of a company tomorrow. Go register a corporation and fill out who is in the board of directors and what position I have in the company, and that's it. And now I'm a president. Does that make me a boss, dude?
It all comes down to her lack of self-esteem, because according to her, it all began when a man broke her heart and she blamed herself.
He was older than me.
Oh, okay.
So he had girlfriends before me. 2 weeks after like we ended it, he starts dating a new girl. Like I think he's gonna marry that girl or did. I don't really know. Yeah, I was like obsessed. I was so sad because I felt like I waited because I was a sophomore in college when I lost my virginity. So I was like halfway through college. It's late.
Is that what happened? You still one broke your heart. Oh,
yeah. You know, it's not about you. I'm gonna drop something. It's the timing.
Well, no. It was because he literally like went on to marry the next girl. So something. But it's funny because the girl was older than me. So by the manosphere's perspective, like I would have won.
To combat this, her pick-me persona emerged, which racked up countless views.
But no, it doesn't mean that it was you though. Just to give her the benefit of the thing. It's like, it's not you, it's just the guy and the next one he met maybe just fit what he needed, you know. It's nothing necessarily wrong with you. Just for anybody who might be in this situation, you break up and the person that you're with maybe moves on before you and then gets married to the next person. Maybe that person just fit better. Who cares, you know?
Most of my friends, right, were generally like more attractive than me. Like if you look at my closest friends, especially when we were younger, I was never the hot friend. The average guys you guys talk about so dearly, if they were interested in me, they would ask me about my friend first. And if that didn't work out, then they would come crawling to me. I have one answer for you.
I feel kind of bad.
Low self-esteem. For me.
I feel kind of bad. Oh no.
I haven't thought highly of myself.
Oh no.
I never thought that I just.
So she got on the internet and turned into a villain. Damn. This is her villain character arc.
Deserved a lot, to be honest. I never thought of myself as a queen. And I never thought of myself
probably good.
Super highly.
But along the line, more and more deeply problematic takes emerged. Examples include tweets like this: 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. I have never seen women fight for anything harder than the ability to be naked. Was he really abusive, or did you bring abuse out of him? As the traction increased and people took more and more...
Was he really abusive, or did you bring the abuse out of him? Is a crazy
more notice of her, she began pandering to every conservative opinion she could think of.
You know, like if a third of men were murdering people, I'd be pretty afraid of men. But a third of women are killing their own children. And we're like, they're not so bad. I'm like, I don't know. And I just think women want to kill their kids. No, like I think it's very simple. Oh like God, everyone tries to put it on some grand plan or what,
you can't say
whatever.
That. Yeah.
But I've shown women abortion videos and been like, hey, it's pretty gross. This is wrong, don't you think? Showed them the whole video. They don't care.
Well, you know what?
They do not care. And if it was up to them, they would kill the kids after birth.
Oh,
they would. If it was up to them,
you know what?
I bet you women, if they could vote, if a woman had 100% voting power, they could kill the kid a year after birth. And I looked this up.
But the good times couldn't last forever. And soon, she pushed things way too far, to the point that there were major consequences for her platform. The wheels on the Just Pearly Things train began to come off when she got demonetized following a video where she was talking about Drake's bedroom exploits to 2 children.
Think about it, right? Do you really think he didn't think to wrap it up with the, I'm gonna say, corn star? He's a player, right? He knows she's a corn star. He probably did. She probably stole it.
Immediately, this stirred a lot of controversy, as well as public backlash, as people began to bring attention to what was going down. The TikTok YouTuber Pearly Things stopped my 15-year-old sister and her school friends on the street to ask them invasive questions about sex on her YouTube channel. She made several cut-downs of the video and has subjected them to abuse from the Red Pill community. Before long, Pearl revealed that her channels and accounts had been punished as a result. I have never had a YouTube strike and my channel was just demonetized. But while she openly complained about it, there was a belief that there was a lack of real fallout from what occurred because she was bankrolled by her family. My understanding of her is that mommy and daddy are unfathomably wealthy and that demonetization has zero effect on her. So I don't really see this as a victory. The fact of the matter is that the world is shitty and unfair, and shit people like her rarely face any kind of consequences for being shit people. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. So I just stopped paying people like her any mind. With the loss of her 930,000 TikTok followers prior to being banned, she found herself in the strange position of being a grifter whose entire gimmick is geared towards economic growth, but was now unable to actively make money from their channel. But rather than back down, she actively began pushing harder to make herself inescapable, developing new takes from critiquing single moms to dissing other conservative YouTubers.
So today we're gonna discuss dating as a single mother. So in the past, single mothers knew that bringing a kid with them into the dating market required them to be humble. You know, almost beg, you could say. You know, I mean, that's why single mothers kind of got the reputation of being easy, because in the past, they would be like, look, I have a kid, but I'll gluck whenever. I'll do whatever you want. I'll just say yes, because I know I'm damaged.
All the while attempting—
God damn, she's very disrespectful. Oh, does she have a GoFundMe? Oh my God. Seriously. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Oh my God.
To raise money for a documentary on divorce and its impact on men. And with just $54,456 raised out of her 7-figure target, it's evident that people don't think she's the woman to tackle this topic, or they're simply not interested in seeing it. As her exposure to the media outside of her own audience continued, the holes in her game became apparent. For one thing, her debating skills seriously aren't up to snuff.
I do think parents together is better for children, and it seems like all the issues in society come from single mother homes, you know.
Wow, that's, oh, no, hold
Yeah.
all of them? All of them?
Okay,
That's-
not every,
that's a
not
gross, wait a minute, this is how you think. This is
Yeah.
why I don't like how you think.
Okay.
Because this is not nuanced thinking.
And in a move that—
it's not nuanced. It's not nuanced at all. It's just all of them. It's definitely not all of them. There's several problems that come from, you know, the deadbeat dads too, you know. It's like, come on, it's not all the problems. I mean, single moms do have, there's a high rate of prisoners in at least America. I don't know globally, but I know in America, not where I'm from, I would assume it's the same here in Canada, that children from single parent homes oftentimes end up in prison. So I've heard. So something to pay attention
to go against her stance as a free speech advocate.
And I'll say it's probably because raising a child on your own is extremely difficult. I have 2 children now, and I would tell you that if I had to do this on my own at this period of time, I would fold. Oh my God, I need backup immediately.
She began censoring her guests when they disagree with her.
You are doing the same.
And if anybody's telling you they're doing it and they're doing it well, I think they're just fucking lying. Like, even just one day of having to deal with my 2 children. Whoa, okay. It's a lot of work. It's not like it can't be done. It's a lot of work. You know, I see what my wife has to do when I got to go to work and stuff. And, you know, luckily both our parents are nearby. So if we need someone to watch them, we can just drive 5 minutes away, really. You know, both of our parents, you know, her side and my side, both of them about 5-8 minutes away. Anyways, just saying that it's not something that is easily done. And there's definitely going to be some mistakes made, for sure.
You are implying that you are equal, which is what feminism fought for. So anyways, I will unmute you, but I do want to show that you are also interrupting me. So
yeah, Pearl, muting your guests is a very disrespectful thing to do.
Okay, and I'm going to do it again. Yeah. Again, you can nag these simps. You can't nag me.
Pearl, are you listening? Can you hear me? Okay.
I do hear you.
Wow.
If you
petty.
continue to mute me, I don't even know when you're muting me or not. I'm not going to be able to have a conversation with you. I don't think you're acting in good faith right now. So I'm gonna have to end the stream with you if you're gonna continue to mute me.
Yeah, it's like, that's not a fair debate. Why are you laughing? It's not a fair debate. It's not a fair debate. She's right. Like, you can't just mute me if we're debating. Like, what kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah, you can't stop me.
When she isn't in control, things can get ugly. A prime example of this is when she visited H3 to talk about Ethan Klein.
Both people have a right to, in my opinion, get divorced, because the alternative is one of the partners being stuck and like
Do you think that's
potentially
the
a lethal
majority?
situation.
Do you think that's the majority of cases?
A majority of cases of what? Divorce?
Of divorce. Do you think the majority is
25%.
skewed?
25%.
What?
It's 25% based on statistics.
No, but that's not. No, that's not what's in criminal court. It's like less than 10%. It actually followed through in criminal court.
Well,
So you
regardless,
can't-
10%'s enough, don't you think?
No, I said less than 10% of the abuse cases of the 25%. So that's like.
Journal of Family Violence in 2014 found that approximately 25% of divorces in the United States involve domestic violence.
Right, but again, that's because the woman says that she was, because they're incentive.
But you're just
program.
saying stuff. You're just saying stuff. You don't actually know that to be true.
No, I do.
Well, what we need to
As
what we
things
need to do
progressed,
is go.
it became
go by,
obvious
like,
that he had her
convictions and stuff
flustered
like
to the
that.
point that she crashed out.
That's something I've heard you say. Obviously, you strongly believe that, right? That women who are past the age of 22, their value goes down, and all men just want young girls. So I guess what's the message behind this? What is it? Who are you speaking to, and what is it that?
I mean, it's just true.
The interesting statement that she's making there, because indeed men do like younger women typically, but what ends up often happening is that we will marry, relatively close by friend group, recommendation, and that will typically be people close to our age. Even let's say I'm 33, maybe I'll marry a woman who's 32, 30 or something like that, but I don't think most men really would want to marry a woman 10 years, their senior or whatever they call it. Like, I wouldn't want to marry a woman that was just like 23 years old. To be a headache.
Oh, men do want younger women.
You'd be in a total different place in your life,
Well,
I mean,
right. I want to ask you this before we get into that. What is your message? Who are you speaking to, and what is it you're hoping that they take from this?
I mean, I just believe in speaking about things that are true.
And because it's so obvious that it's easy to tie her in knots, she now ducks these debates whenever she can.
Me and JustPearlyThings were supposed to debate. Then it got rescheduled to the 6th of October. Then it just got outright canceled. I was confirmed as of September 19th, and then I got an email from the casting producer that says, "Hello, Hunter. Unfortunately, Pearl has to travel for a few weeks and her schedule is getting filled up. We would have to cancel the interview on the 6th, but what we can do is book an interview with a couple of our talents under the same network, thus same exposure." I responded, I said, "I gotta be honest, it seems as though Pearl is dipping from a debate with me. She consistently spreads harmful misinformation, and I'm getting the sense she knows she won't be able to defend the positions under proper scrutiny. How is her schedule getting filled up when we already had something scheduled? I appreciate your willingness to provide an interview with another talent, but I respectfully decline. When Pearl feels as though she can adequately defend her bad ideas, I look forward to scheduling something as soon as possible." I get her ideas aren't good at all, but I think the response was a bit much, Hunter. Yeah, it's fine. Some people are gonna think it was a bit much, some people aren't, but I don't really care because that's the kind of person I am. I'm not really just gonna hold back.
Appearing to be more focused on clicks than clear arguments, critics such as fellow right-wing commentator Lauren Chen argue that she essentially speaks in clickbait.
She is someone who is literally coming at things from a one-dimensional analysis. Like a lot of the problems that she talks about with, in regard to things like deadbeat dads. That's one great example. She loves saying that there's no such thing as a deadbeat dad. The thing with Pearl is that she doesn't look at statistics very often, and she doesn't consider things like socioeconomic status and race, right? So a lot of the things she'll say, like, oh, single moms this and this, and it's like, Pearl, I'm sorry, but you're largely looking at statistics that are representative of the Black community. Like, you are accidentally talking about the Black community and you're extrapolating it to just be like, oh, all women this, all men that, and it's like, Pearl, no. So I would love to be able to talk.
You know how many divorcees I've met in the white community? a lot. So many. It depends on mostly. I don't know why I started to this with this Asian. Oh, you're talking to Sneeko. Sneeko is a racist, and I'm assuming who he's talking to is also a racist because he just said this is a black problem. It's like, no, it's not. White people aren't even producing children. Stupid. So it's not a black problem. We're at least having kids.
More about that with her.
Along the way, she has gone to extreme lengths to support men and demonize her fellow ladies, keeping up her truly insane sentiments whenever she can.
Women are not getting abused left, right, and center. Most abusive situations, the parties are abusing each other. Sorry, guys, but you attract what you are.
I'm curious. There's 1,000 assault claims, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many police officers are there?
There's about 33,000 police officers in London, and that 1,000 is part of that 33,000.
Oh, so it's one?
Yeah, so those are the ones
that's
in
like
London.
Less than like what, 2%?
But that's 2% too many.
Yeah, that's pretty
2%
small.
too many.
You have to be like on another level of like shittiness to hear that there are 1,000 SA allegations and you just go, it's not that many in the grand scheme of things. I mean, what are you gonna do? There's always gonna be a couple of bad apples here and there. Men will be men, am I right? Am I right?
Over time, she went...
I wouldn't joke about it in that manner, but I do understand what she's saying is that, listen, some people want a perfect world, and the world is so far from being perfect. And like some people are, oh, there shouldn't be any of this, and there shouldn't be any of that. Well, too bad the world is like that. It's a dark place.
So far that she even pulled off the impressive feat of leaving Candace Owens horrified.
So why do you think people think you hate women?
Oh, because I say things like women are dumber than men.
And you stand by that?
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So women
I just look at the top women and the top men. It's like Kim Kardashian or Elon Musk.
Right.
Like, what conclusion am I supposed to come to when literally all the female billionaires like tend to be billionaires through sex work
or through divorce?
Exactly. Yeah.
Kenzie Bezos, Steve Jobs' wife. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah. So some
not
people take that offensively, and I mean
oftentimes,
so,
the richest women come from divorce. But I mean,
realistically, Pearl angering another person of her gender in
there's plenty of wealthy women out there.
Right-wing space shouldn't be too shocking, because as well as talking down on women in general, she's taken shots at women in her own field who should technically be her allies.
All women in conservative media, they're all mids. Tommy Lauren, I would say Young was the most attractive mid we had. Candace.
Yeah, that Lauren Chen there, 100%. I don't know who she is, but want to be white supremacist for sure. The moment it turned into, oh, she's talking about black people, it's like, no, she's not. This is an overall problem. You guys are not dealing with the issues that are going outside white homes and pretend like everything is just great. White families are the best. We don't have these problems. Wrong.
Is cute. Is she beautiful?
So fucking
no.
wrong.
Fuck no. Brett Cooper. Cute. Beautiful? No. There's a reason they go into conservative media. They're all failed actresses. They're not hot enough to make it in Hollywood. If we were hot enough to be in Playboy, we would be in Playboy. Do you know what I mean?
But considering how she herself looks, most people don't think she should be an authority on this matter. I think the women she mentioned are actually quite pretty. Pearl, though, is definitely below mid. No offense. This has helped to create a lot of fighting between her and the traditional
She's about mid.
Wives, even though they should technically be on the same side.
Morgan Ariel's very nice, Sarah Stock's very nice, Isabella Riley's nice, Pearl's nice. I get along with all these, like most of these girls. Now you said had, but to your 500,000 followers is have, which is a Pearl. Sarah, it's not really controversial, she can't spell, to say women post on social media for attention, but if you get angry over that, I can't imagine what your husband is in for. Just don't lie, I can't stand that. Okay, defamation, bro, this chat devolves so quick. I think it's better for women to promote children and marriage than sleeping with random homeless black men and hating on young women getting married. Bro, what? Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. These are the same girls posting brownies with an apron, gardening on Twitter. God forbid I help the homeless, says Pearl. Conservative women will always gaslight and insult you when you point out that they are using their marriage and family to build their brand. That'll be my next tweet. Thanks for the inspiration. Okay, now the red pill. What does my commentary on the internet have to do with promiscuity? I was never a whore.
And at times, things between them have gotten really scathing.
What's up with the gaslighting, Sarah?
You don't
What's
have a
up
man?
with the calling me a whore? You know, I didn't insult you. What was that about?
You did insult her. That's the gaslight. Yeah, wait. That's the gaslight.
She went,
you started this.
Oh, where's the man? You just showed the ring. You want clout. You want clicks. You want... Shut the up.
Yeah, you're saying I'm getting run through by black guys?
To be fair, your last 8 boyfriends were black guys, so it's not like you've hid this fact.
Is it true or is it not?
That's not true. If you want to insinuate that,
I mean, that's your
fine.
current boyfriend and your previous boyfriend. You're not married to either of them, so how is that?
Oh my God.
Morgan, you are a single mother with a public video admitting you have HPV. You may want to sit this one out too. You suck and probably have AIDS. Because of how much she has committed to this
battling with
gimmick,
racists
Pearl
too.
has become incredibly easy to mock or parody.
If you're over the age of 18 and unmarried, you're a low value hat. You're not married, aren't you 27? Men love how my hair is always sopping wet. Rather be a pick me than a skip me. You're just trying to set me up so I say something stupid. I just don't think women deserve legs. I think we should chop them all off. Women are just better unseen and unheard unless it's me. Then I need to be seen and heard everywhere. Ending the interview. We're done.
My favorite thing about Pearl being a pick me girl
Not funny,
is like
but
she makes these videos and
I don't know.
these guys comment like, I wish I could find a woman that thinks like that, and Pearl's like, I'm right here, and all the guys are like, I'll pass.
To make matters worse, she overestimates her own success, labeling other people irrelevant despite her own meager success. And in the view of people such as Destiny, the window of profitability for Pearl has abruptly closed.
Here's the two issues with Just Pearly Things, okay? One is her growth was never as explosive as people thought it was. She hardcore gamed the shorts algorithm, okay? Like that 1.5 million subs, that's like 200,000 subs, right?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because if you look at her long form content, she struggles to get like, I think 150,000 views on a video with like over 1.5 million subs on the channel.
Yeah.
So that's the first up. Secondly, she was growing in kind of the pocket of all of that red pill stuff exploding. And now people have kind of, let the air out of the tire a little bit, and it's kind of deflating a bit. And so she's like, she blew up on these.
This is facts. Red pill was like, whoa, everybody was consuming the red pill content at one point in time. Like everybody was like hungry to like, I don't know, to be reinvigorated to the idea of what a man could be like or some nonsense. I don't know. I watched it too. I was watching some podcast. I found it entertaining for a little bit, then it went too far. And I was like, all right, yeah, you guys just turned into a bunch of racist bigots and hating women and too much misogyny. I'm out of here, you know?
Shorts, and then she's kind of like drifting here, and then all the other red pill stuff is kind of like whatever, and she's just kind of like, ooh, because she, in my opinion, not to be mean or rude to her, I don't know if she offers much in terms of her individuality that people would want to stick around for, right? Like as much as I might not like their beliefs, I can understand why people would watch like Myron. I know why people watch Freshman. I know why people watch Andrew Tate.
Well, they have
right?
an enduring fan base.
Yeah, but like even as individuals, even people like Rolo and stuff, I can understand why people are fans of those people. But how many people are fans of Pearl?
While some people are calling time on,
they have personalities, they got characters. Their personalities and also their characters. You know, so those guys, Rolo Tomasi and those PBD podcast and Andrew Tate, Myron from Fresh and Fit. Yeah, those guys, of course, they're gonna stand out. They're gonna have a fan base. But Pearl's like fucking soggy white.
Her short period in the spotlight as her views continue to stagnate, Pearl can at least take some solace in the fact that her time in the Red Pill universe at least brought her boyfriend Kadeo Nuclear into the world. Renowned as a pickup artist, content creator, Pearl has been very candid about the fact that she respected his output prior to them ever linking up.
We're not here to win, we're not here to prove that we're better than anyone or that anyone's internet daddy is better than someone else's. We're here to win. We're here to get laid.
I was trying to get him to like mentor me. Like, and I was saying I would pay him for his time. I really looked up to him.
But where she is at least a little underhanded in her intentions.
As a pickup artist, and she looks up to an internet pickup artist?
Kadeo lets it be known that he's a con artist. I once used the Parallel Live app to pretend I was a famous influencer that was live streaming, and the women around me just started
honestly, I thought like he was so smart, and I just really loved his stream.
But while she might believe that she's found the apple of her eye, it appears all he sees is an opportunity, up to the point that he's using her for clickbait and thumbnails while also negating her entire belief system for fun.
All women are feminists, especially the ones that say they are not. They never say they're anti-feminists when they're in their party year, 18 to 28. It's always when they want to settle down. Just like you must assume that all women are promiscuous, you must understand that all women are feminists. Just go under any social media post where women is selling purity. It does not matter if she's a single mom or slutty cleavage showing brainless TikToker pretending to do housewife duties for clout. And look how the men gawk and say that she is a real woman and that we need to protect her at all costs. Pathetic. When they say or infer that they are right-wing and racist, they are trying to signal to naive men that they have made good choices with their vagina and that they have standards. Women fucking black
Hey man, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Right?
men, Latino men, etc. would make her seem less viable to the hot Aryan Chad she wants, so her being racist is her selling a false purity. Very sneaky.
Rather than being the protector and the traditional man that she apparently craves, Claudio seems happy to outwardly degrade her.
Have you cracked a girl with a fat ass lately?
You know, not lately.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that it's never as nice in real life as it is in the pictures.
How about you guys tell me the greatest asses of all time? Like, if you know, there's like do you have any like nominations for the greatest ass of all time?
I do, but they're women of my past, and I don't think you would be, you don't want to see that.
And now, as the relationship progresses, posts from both of them make it look increasingly like he is financially exploiting her, and that she is desperate enough to let it happen. Why do I have to pay if I can get everything I need from women for free? What should I get my sugar baby for Christmas this year? Formed of equal parts low self-esteem and an ambition to make a name for herself any which way she can, Hannah Pearl Davis has dedicated herself to sculpting a viral soundbite generating persona that it's impossible to know where the controversial comments for clicks stop and the real feelings begin. At the same time, frequently proving that even she doesn't know exactly what she stands for, so long as it gets people talking.
Do you think there's more of a mutual brotherhood between men or...
Yeah, let's stop it here. Yeah. I feel bad for her now. You need to get off the internet, go get a normal job, and just go live out a regular life, and you'll get married. I've seen women that look like her all the fucking time. Married, got fucking 10 teen kids, whatever. You're fine. Get off the internet. You don't belong on here. Your opinions are too crazy, and you're clearly just looking and hungry for attention. You know, just take a break. Take a break, Pearl. You're wilding, you know. Ouch. That last one there with the dude be like, yeah, Pearl, I don't know if you want me to talk about that because I talk about women of my past and you're in that. It's like, he did not respect you. You clearly let him clap it and he did not like it. You grifted. You've lost. I thought he was going to talk about in this video. I didn't watch the video prior to this. I thought he was going to talk about the fact that now she is grifted to the white supremacist talking points about black people and statistics and committing crime and blah, blah, blah. Which when you really do the proper dive, you're going to realize that it's all a lie. And the thing to tell you about black people in our community is all incorrect. And a lot of things about poverty applies to everybody in poverty. So, yeah, that's a thing. So anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let's engage. Let's chit chat. Let me know what I can do to improve because I would absolutely appreciate it. Deuces. Take care.